Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Smitty here. Um, this basically is just, I'm just going to be brief on this. This is just to tell where this is about the nuances in football and how they are truly being respected in all pro football, and there's a decent job of it being done in Backbreaker for it being its very first football game on the next, and especially them coming out on the next gen console. Um, all pro football has it best in terms of the best presentation, the best gameplay quality is hands down all pro football, no questions asked. You know, the people at Natural Motion did a great job for it being their very first game out the box with Backbreaker. They got a lot of the AI interaction it's definitely unique, but it's very much is represented decently. You know what I'm saying? Now, does it have its issues? Yes. Like I would say, like to 75 to about 80% of the time, you will have an enjoyable experience. Like whenever you play the game. But there are some things that happen at times that just really do get frustrating in the game as well. You know, saying like the collision, running into your own players and players just straight flailing and falling to the ground. You know, in terms of in terms of the player, switching from player to player is a bit of a task. At times as well. Some of the things like Ryan Moody had exposed, how you could just do an upfield spin when you're in the midst of a pack, and you can straight gain 4 or 5 yards off of a spin move. It's like there's no you don't get impact on it. There's no physical impact on that in comparison to doing a juke move or just running normally. Like you don't get tripped up doing the spin move or anything like that. If there's a player on the ground, you'll morph through the player. You know what I'm saying? It's like those are issues like that, as well as picks, the number of picks or what have you that happen as well. That is a issue because everybody cannot have great hands like that. On the football field, like everybody does not have great hands like that. So, like they have to drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like a defender should not have great hands like that. Otherwise, they would be wide receivers instead of defensive backs or linebackers. So like that is a like those are some real good examples of like some of the main flaws that are in the game. Uh, Outside of like different animations that they can add, they're just talking about gameplay issues. But outside of the nuances, outside of those flaws, though, this game is really represented well. Like the O line D line interaction is very is like I said, it is very stable. It is very understandable. Um, the read and reactivity of your AI on both sides of the ball is very good. It's not the greatest. The AI is not. It's not terrible. Like I said, 75 to 80%. So you have that 25% where the AI will just go dumb on you. You know what I'm saying? So it does happen, but it still is a better. You get a more pure experience out of that game than Madden. I mean, the demo by itself was better than Madden. You know what I'm saying? In terms of a full produced game. So I mean, and like you look at the way that the game plays with the camera angles. I personally don't have a problem with the camera angles. 'Cause like I said, I never played football in terms of like organized for a team or anything of that nature. But like I said, me working at a sporting goods store, I put on the football helmet and to see what kind of view it is you have. People complain about the view, but if you look through a football helmet, you're not going to have a 180-degree view, meaning that you won't be able to look from right to left just by staring straight ahead. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to turn your head left and right to see that. You're not gonna have a 270 degree view, well, meaning that you'll have a full view of what's coming behind you. Look, that's like looking over your shoulder and seeing what's behind you on your left or right shoulder. You're not gonna have that kind of view when you're looking straight ahead. That's not gonna happen That's why they have the view restricted like they have it. You know what I'm saying? Now, to accommodate the people with that problem, it would be one thing if they push the camera back maybe an inch or two. You know what I'm saying? So then you can see. You can have more of a view. So then you can see what it is to do. But at the same time, they're trying to give you that on-field presence thing. So it's like you have to make your decisions on the fly. You have to be quick. If you're gonna spin, spin. If you're gonna think it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just sit there. See, it's not like Madden or 2K where you have forever and a day because you have the God view and you can see people 20, 30 yards out and say, okay, just in case if this guy's coming along the side of me, I'm gonna do this, you know, or you know what I mean? I'm gonna do a shoulder charge or I'm gonna do a stiff arm because I could shoot that gap between defender A, B, and C that's coming up behind me, and so and so is gonna hit me off. You know, like you don't have that kind of option. So that's it with this game here. Like I said, they did a great job with it. Um, Natural Motion's first and only football game that's out there right now in comparison to All Pro Football, which, like I said, they had 6 games out before that game came out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the NFL 2K all the way up to 2K5. And then they came out with the All Pro 2K8. You know what I'm saying? So they had multiple games that they built up off of. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like All Pro Football was not their first football game. Period. It was their first game on next gen. You know what I'm saying? So, and they truthfully expanded it accordingly. They expanded it in fullest respect, and that's why I still love that game to this day, and I own it. I own NFL 2K5 because that's the best NFL endorsed game that's out there. And the thing is, at least to me, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, the people at Natural Motion, they did a great job with it being their first game. And we just have to, as a community, let them know what to do for the second installment. So then that way they can they can take this game to a completely different level. So on that note, I'm gonna end this at that point right there. But yeah, nuances, like I said, they're respected in those games. If you want to play that quality football experience, I would highly recommend that you get either All Pro Football 2K8 if you want to play that next gen. If you just want to play next gen football, or Bacbreaker, most definitely support Bacbreaker. You can get both of those games. You know what I'm saying, and you can still spend less than $60. You know what I'm saying, or at the same time get NFL 2K5 if you want to play that pro football experience. So it's your boy Smitty signing out, and check me out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be posting up there on the Backbreaker forum as well as Smitty81. So get at me, y'all. I'll check y'all out later. All right, y'all. Peace out.